Hello friends, today we'll discuss most important topic in SCCM, that is OS deployment. What is OSD? OSD is a process of automatically installing and configuring an operating system on client machine using SCCM. Operating system image file. What are the requirements of OSD? We require boot.wim, install.wim. Two files we required to initiate OSD process. Boot.wim is small size, used for pre-installation. Install.wim large file, actually contain OS files. Boot.wim Windows PE pre-installation environment. That file is lightweight version of Windows used to install, deploy, repair or recover Windows OS. Windows PE provides a temporary Windows environment so setup and tools can run. Used to start the computer. Default SCCM boot image available means in SCCM this boot.wim is available, okay, and smaller in size. What is install.wim? It contains full Windows OS files used to install Windows on disk, comes from OS DVD or ISO image, and it's large in size because it contains Windows files. Okay, if install.wim is not available, you can't find in the ISO or DVD, okay, then what to do? You have to check .esd file. It is a compressed OS image. Microsoft uses this file instead of install.wim to reduce the ISO size. Okay, I already upload that video how to convert this ESD to Vim. Okay, you can watch in my channel. Okay, that is a link. What is boot image? We have to create boot image through boot.wim, used to boot the device and contains drivers, okay, and it's available in SCCM console. What is OS image? We can extract this install.wim from OS or DVD, means ISO or DVD, used to apply operating system step. It can be vanilla or gold image. Vanilla means OS plus basic app, okay. There is no customized app available, and you can create customized image, that is we called gold image. We can use this image in SCCM as well, and throughout this process DSM is the core engine behind this, okay. We require drivers, network drivers, storage drivers, we can add this into our boot image. What is driver package? It's collection of drivers used during task sequence. Can be model based deployment. Whatever model means whatever device or system you have, and we can distribute to DP, distribution point. What is task sequence? In task sequence we have to mention some steps. Okay, what are the steps? Format disk, apply OS image, apply drivers, install application, and reboot the system. We already discussed what is vanilla or gold image. Vanilla image, clean OS, no app or updates. Gold image, pre-installed app, updates already applied. We can use this image as well. Deployment scenario. How to proceed this OSD? First, boot image. Second, install image. And then we have to do task sequence, and we have to deploy this task sequence to our collection which have no OS image, means that is called all unknown computers. Okay, some settings we have to configure in boot image. Okay, during OSD on client side, we'll enable this option F8 command prompt so that we can check the logs to troubleshoot if any issue occurred. Okay, dism.log used for driver injection troubleshooting. Add required optional components: PowerShell, WMI, NetFX. Default boot image location: C program files, Microsoft configuration manager, OSD boot, x64 boot.wim. Okay, in the customized boot.wim we can add or we can inject drivers. Okay, some configuration whatever required we can do in our boot.wim. What is boot media? Boot media contains boot image, whether it is vanilla or gold image, and adding MP point information, adding distribution point information, so that once we boot our client through USB or ISO, it will detect our MP and DP of SCCM servers and then install the OS. And whatever the configuration on server side, we require DSCP to assign the IP address to client, WDS PXE boot support, and management point and DP point we require. There is some server side configuration. First, boot image we have to create. These are the steps. Okay, boot image, then install image, then create task sequence, and we also create boot media for that client machine which have no PXE card. We can manually connect USB or ISO, then client machine boot, and then it will detect our SCCM server through MP or DP point so that it will install the OS. Okay. Server side configuration, what need to do? In the boot.wim property, in the data source, we have to enable deploy this boot image from the PXE enabled distribution point, and we have to check or validate the image path. And in the DB point, we have to enable some PXE options. And in the client side configuration, there is two scenarios. One which client boot from USB ISO, because I already told you that client have no PXE, no network boot required initially. Used boot media which we'll create in SCCM. And second scenario where our client machine boot from PXE enabled network card, and it will boot from PXE so that it will catch the IP address from DHCP. Okay, and then connect with MP or DB point and initiate the deployment of OSD. We'll check this in our next video, how to proceed this scenario 1 and scenario 2. Okay, there are some ways to inject the drivers. First, you can inject drivers in boot image, initial stage, and you can inject the driver using task sequence. Okay. Now we'll check this, how to customize the boot image. Initially we have one boot.wim in our SCCM. We can modify, we can inject. Okay, how to proceed this? We'll check this thing.